All right, everyone, given all that's going on in the world today, I thought it'd be a great time to do a puzzle based on the birthplace of democracy, which is Athens, Greece. So today we're going to be solving the Mercurius Temple by Mercury Woodworks. All right, so in actuality, Athens, Greece was considered to be the birthplace of democracy, but this is a Mercurius temple. So based off of the the Roman god Mercury, which is the same god as the Greek god Hermes. And so technically this is probably more of a Roman inspired puzzle than a Greek inspired puzzle. Anyhow, so you can see that my setup has changed from normal. You can see probably right here some of the puzzles in the background of my little office puzzle studio. That's because my reputation has preceded me, and the creator of this puzzle, Dennis, the Mercury Woodworker, has preemptively contacted me and said that I need to solve it flat on a table. He's saying I could solve things inadvertently if I don't do it. So I put it on this here Lazy Susan so that I can actually solve it. And I also am a little bit in a precarious position. So if you see the camera shake or whatever, it's because I hit the camera, because I don't normally solve puzzles in this position. I kind of have to like go around cameras and wires in order to do it. Anyhow, this is a pretty good looking puzzle. Again, the woodworking on this is pretty nice. You know, there are a couple of things like there's a little ding there, but overall good looking puzzle. And it seems as of late I've been solving a bunch of puzzles that are buildings, which I'm not mad at. Let's take a look at the puzzle before we start solving it. We have some laser engravings here, some feathers, number Roman numeral 1. We see this like Medusa, Versace type of engraving around the edges here and here as well. It says Mercurius Temple with the feathers again. Not sure the significance of the feathers yet. On the side here we see a number 2, feathers, same type of medallion and engravings. Interesting, there's a little notch here on the post, which probably might go into solving it. Number 3 on the back side, and then very similar engravings and medallions and such, and then number 4 on this side. But other than that, there's nothing on the bottom. I'm not going to lift it up because I already looked. There's nothing on the bottom. There's nothing on the top, but this like, you can see here, there's like some engravings of tiles on the top there. Very nice kind of stained on the top and then varnished on the sides and bottom and such. So it comes with 2 envelopes here. So the first one says open only after completing the temple, contains spoilers. So this might be maybe the reset, don't know. It kind of feels like there's something in there as well, maybe some spare parts. And then there's this one that says read me first. And then it has like a little seal on the back there. So we're gonna open that up, pull that out. All right, first thing we have here is a warning. It says, resist the urge to channel your inner Hercules. No shaking, striking, flipping, or spinning of the temple. Forcing anything may seal the temple's secrets for all eternity. That's not good. That means you lock the puzzle. I'm hoping that we don't do that. Use only the tools you discover along the way. Unlike the Hydra, you cannot regrow what is lost. Sticking your fingers where they don't belong might cost you dearly. Oh boy, does that mean I'm gonna lose a finger? On the other side, guidance and hints. Should you feel lost, remember Janus, god of doorways and transitions. Retracing your steps may be the only way forward. As Vulcan forged for the gods, so too you must shape what is broken into whole. For only then will your path reveal itself. All right, so now we're going to delve into the mysteries of the Mercurius Temple. So if you don't want any spoilers, time to click away. You have been warned. I noticed that there's some differences in these medallions. They all have this feather or leaf. It looks more like a feather with the little Medusa engravings. These don't turn, but this one seems to have gears around it, see? And it comes off. And then it has a little like cross keyhole looking thing here, and then some mechanics in there. So we're gonna put this right here for now. The other ones don't have that gear on the outside. They do go back and forth, but and the back one here actually comes off as well. But the back says M-A-I-A, or maybe it's V-I-V-W. It's kind of hard to make out, but there's like a little dot in the middle of the V's there. I don't know if it means anything. So we'll set that aside for now, just in case we have to figure something out. All right, so So we can see here, there's like a little bit of a separation there. I'm not sure. So these move separately. This moves as one unit. Let's see, this moves as one unit as well. And then, so look at that. So, that clicks into place. So that moves over there. So if we use the logic of like a Japanese puzzle box, then maybe, yep, that moves to the side there. Maybe that means that this moves over. Oh, it comes all the way out. Look at that. And it reveals, be warned, this is neither a tool nor a key of the gods. Set it not in places unfit for its purpose, lest you seal the temple's secrets forever. Okay, so obviously people would see this slot and the slot on the column and probably try to fit that in there to do something, but it's basically saying this isn't a tool, we're gonna set that aside and not use it. So we see a little symbol for a gear here, which might be this gear here because it has a little plus in the middle as well. So it's probably this. And then the slot here, look at that. So this actually fits in there all the way. So it has this, and then it has plus, and then another, I don't know if it's this one, but it has a little cross in the middle, so I don't think it is. And then it says plus a gear, and then a arrow to a Roman numeral 1, plus a little peg. So I think maybe we need some more tools to add, but I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in there because it does fit, and I'm wondering, see, if I turn it to the side, I was actually holding this and I felt something move. So I'm wondering, look at that. So if I turn it, this little, it's like a little drawer. That's so cool. Oh, look at that. And then we have a little bit of a tool. So this is probably right there, this right here. And so then we're gonna need to look for a couple other tools, it looks like. So it says XIV, can you guys see that? Yes, right there. It says XIV of XV11. So that is 10 plus 14, so it's 14 of 17? What does it mean 14 of 17? We haven't gotten to 14 steps, have we? I don't know yet. Anyway, so should we keep that open? Look at that. So now that I pulled that out, I can move this over. Let's see. What does that mean? See, that did, I knew that was wiggly. And so then this comes off. And then maybe, yep, and there's our tool. So this is there's actually one more tool it looks like. If I go back to that schematic. Then there's, I don't know if, that's just where the little, these things fit into. Okay, so I'll set that aside. Let's go back to that schematic. Okay, so we need this little piece, and then we need, there's also a little cog, it looks like, a little gear that we need. So I wonder if I need to go the other direction, maybe? No. Okay. Okay, so now this came off, the MERCURIUS Temple nameplate. I don't know if that is going to be a tool, so I'm going to set that aside. Let's see. I'm trying to see what else comes off here. Okay, that's not wiggly. Okay, so this is coming off too. All right, so this nameplate comes off too. I don't know if that does anything, but they come off. Okay, so I do know if we go back to that original clue here, it says, should you feel lost, remember Janus, god of the doorways and transitions. Retracing your steps may be the only way forward. So I'm wondering if we need to shut some of this stuff. So close that. Take this back out. Let's see. Close that. And close that. Okay, so it looks like I'm missing the key piece here. I think I need the little thing that is the gear that goes in there. I think I'm missing that. I just need to find where that is. But let's open this drawer back up. Oh, did you look at that? That's pretty cool. So it's like a little magic trick, because this was in there before, but by closing it back up, somehow this drops into there. So now we have all of that tools to do that little equation there. So it says this plus this plus this, and then this. So I'm assuming I put these through all these pieces and then into there. And then that is used as a tool for right here. Okay, so this tool now has cogs, and so I'm going to go ahead and insert that in there. Okay, I'm turning it. Nothing's really happening. I can hear there seems to be something happening inside, but I'm not really seeing the outward manifestations. All right, we got our little tool. Okay, it goes into the gears. And I'm not sure what it's supposed to be doing. Ah! Okay, so this was holding it in place. When I close it again, it shifted this panel. See how that fell down? So I think by turning this, we somehow moved something and it shifted it down. Okay, so what does that mean now? So we can pull the... Oh, I'm knocking things over. So we can now pull the top here forward. See that? What does that mean? Does that mean I can take it off now? All right. So now this is pretty loose, but can't quite get it off yet. So it seems like, if you look right there, it seems like it's still being blocked by this panel. So I wonder... Oh! That made something fall by putting that. Let's see. Now I can pull the panel that way. Interesting. I can see something's in there. Something's inside this temple, but I can pull it all the way off, maybe? I can't pull it all the way off, but I can pull it off enough. Actually, I'm going to tilt this so you guys can see what's in there. There's actually a feather. And what else? A feather and an envelope. And then it's sealed. All right, is there anything else? There is something else in there. All right, so see that? It has like this little box in there, and then this top plate comes off, and it says MAIA, the same as what we saw before. So we have the constellation here. I am not sure which constellation that is. If you know, leave it in the comments below, or maybe we're gonna see it here. Let's see, the Mercurius Temple, production run 1. And then we have 14 of 17. Oh, that's the number of the puzzle that I got. So I got number 14 of the first run of 17 puzzles. Okay. Designed and crafted by the Mercury Woodworker in Carleton Place, Ontario, Canada, and then the year. That's pretty cool. That's engraved just for us, guys. Look at that. All right, so that's our number. And let's open up this and see what it says. All right, and again, folded like when we were in junior high, these little notes we used to pass around and get in trouble for. Love it. All right, so to the seeker of artifacts and answers, I commend you for unveiling the secrets of these sacred walls and overcoming their challenges. No doubt you are perplexed to find a sarcophagus within this falsely named Mercurius Temple. You are owed an explanation. Know this, I am Mercury, messenger of the gods, trickster, keeper of boundaries, and guide of souls. You'll find yourself not in a temple in my name, but within Maya's mausoleum. Ah, Maya. So it wasn't V-I-V-W, it was Maya. So Maya's mausoleum, a sanctuary dedicated to my reverend mother, eldest of the Pleiades. The artifact now is in your possession is no ordinary relic, it is Maya's quill, a vessel of divine communication plucked from the wings of truth. It embodies wisdom and revelation, inscribing only that which cannot be denied. You may keep my mother's quill for yourself or seal it once more within these walls. The choice matters little to me, so long as my secrets remain secure. Know that the trials you've endured were no mere happenstance, but a test of your wit and resolve. You have proven yourself capable. Greater challenges await, each more demanding than the last. I am the true god of thievery and trickery, and my secrets are not for the taking. May your wit be as sharp as my cunning, Mercury, herald of the gods and guardian of secrets. P.S. One small final challenge out of respect for my mother and to signal that this mausoleum's secrets have been uncovered. Change the signs at the entrance and the rear. Thank you. I am not sure if this feather here has anything more to do than just be decorative, so I'm not going to like take it out. Just going to hold on to that for now. But he said to change the signs at the entrance and the exit. Okay, so they seem to be the same as far as how they attach. It said to switch the signs, but why does that matter? Because if you look at both signs here, they have the magnets in the same place, and they both are able to be attracted. I looked at that and see when you put them together, it looks like it has binary code, but I'm not going to go down that route because they haven't mentioned anything like that. So maybe that's a Easter egg and I'll look at it maybe later. But if you think that means anything, leave it in the comments below. Anyhow, the one thing that I'm thinking is that we have this Maya here, and then we have the Maya down here in the sarcophagus. So given that there's a really big magnet there, I'm wondering whether you have to like match them up somehow. So there's two magnets on the sarcophagus. So if you look at the sarcophagus, there's two magnets right there, but I'm not sure that that has anything to do with this or not. Maybe I matched that up to one of them. I don't know. Can you hear that? Some switch is happening there. Oh. Oh, there we go. So instead of Mercurius' temple, now it is Maya's mausoleum. All right, so I guess by putting this onto the mausoleum, it basically shows that it's been solved. And if everybody remembers, the barrel Cooper's puzzle had something similar where the token at the end was put on the barrel to say that it's been solved. Anyhow, I think I will not put these on. I'll leave this for the next person to do, but it's still a nice touch to have some sort of a trophy to show that you've solved the puzzle. So let's reset this and then we'll talk about it. All right, there we go. And that is the finished Mercurius Temple. That was a lot of fun, guys. It wasn't the most complicated solve, and it only took me, about an hour or so, or maybe even less to solve. But I gotta say, it's very well made. It's beautiful to look at, and has some interesting mechanisms. The little drawer that came out that was a little magic trick, that was really great. I really enjoyed that as a really nice touch. I did also enjoy kind of the fake out as far as you find the mausoleum, and then there's an additional set of steps in order to, no pun intended, additional set of steps in order to get the steps out. And once you get the steps out, you get to switch over the signs, which I did not do, just because I don't want the next person that solves it to not have the satisfying ending that I had. I do enjoy the story. I do enjoy the look and feel of the puzzle. It's around maybe $500, I think even less than that, for this nice piece of wood art that also functions as a great puzzle. Keeping in mind that people are paying just as much for karakuri puzzles and I would say the finishes on this are, you know, just as nice as a Katakuri puzzle. Although I would say there's a little ding here, just a little bit of a ding here, but other than that, the finishes are quite nice. So anyway, I encourage you guys to pick one of these up if you can in the next runs, if he does more runs. But if you can't pick one up or don't want to for any reason, I hope you at least enjoyed solving it through my eyes. So until next time, I'll see you later. Goodbye for now.